This is The Outlook. LGBTI news, views and culture brought to you by NewsHub. Welcome to the first episode of Outlook for 2019. We've made it through New Year, everyone.
Woohoo!
Are you excited?
Yes.
What did you do for New Year's?
I had a party at my place.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I went to a nice party at a friend's place.
Oh,
Was it the same party?
I wasn't invited to that one.
Oh, we've made this incredibly awkward.
yeah.
Stephen?
I sat around a bonfire with cousins and whānau in the Coromandel while they cooked kai moana on the fire and ate it, and I didn't because I'm vegetarian.
Yeah.
All right, it's not a competition.
Exactly.
New Year's.
I won Lotto.
He won.
Joining us from the Rainbow News Hub to talk about the latest queer news, views and culture is Steven Oates, who you just heard. The AM show, they call him an LGBTI commentator, and given how many times we've sat around watching people and commentating on them, I'm pretty sure that's a fair name for you.
Are you saying that I judge people?
Yes. Harry McNaughton and Jack Buchanan are here to talk about their play, which is called Homos, or Everyone in America.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
I loved that when I got the email about this, the subject line was cut short, so it just said homos. I thought, well, I've got to read this.
You did reply quite quickly.
That alert.
I was waiting. And, Sarah
Triggered.
Templeton, who I work alongside, she is the lifestyle editor for News Hub, and she's also here in her capacity of knowing a hell of a lot about being single.
Yeah, that's just so on brand for me, isn't it?
What an intro.
Oh my God, everyone introduced me like that.
Can I just say, Dan, the way you said that, there was actually judgment in your voice.
She's not actually single.
I'm not now, but I was for,
Okay, because can I just clarify, there is nothing wrong with being single?
No, I know that.
I actually choose it. That's what I tell myself.
Wow, you've started the year with a lie already. Right, we'll start off with some headlines from around the world. Razor brand Gillette has been splashed with negative feedback after a new ad campaign asking men to help stop sexual harassment and bullying of LGBTQI people. Now, you'd think this campaign would be welcomed by everyone, but it wasn't. Piers Morgan exists. He is the human version of a shaving cut, and he says it's absurd, and let men be men and boys be damn boys. Have you guys seen the ad?
yes.
What are your thoughts?
My problem is just I thought it was a really shit ad.
Oh no.
I just thought it was really kind of earnest and like all of the like recreation.
So they tried
footage
too
looked
hard.
Like stock kind of like moving Getty images. It was just awful.
It's very,
the worst
it's extreme.
insult
It is
ever.
very extreme.
And it had very little to do with shaving.
That's true.
True.
I,
Men are
The
going to
setups
forget
could
how
have
to
been
do
more on
it.
point.
my favourite thing is like all of the photos of the very angry men online that are like throwing their razors down the toilet.
Oh,
And they're
great.
like, take that, Gillette.
Razor rage.
It's like, that's just going to clog your own toilet.
I know why they've done it.
Why?
Because in the last couple of years, all the urban hipsters have grown beards, and they're trying to win back the urban hipster. They're trying to get the urban hipster to
That's
shave.
genius.
Very good point.
The man buns have gone. It's time for the beards to go.
Yeah, that's true.
Not that I believe that. I love a good beard.
Get rid of hair, 2K19.
Craft beer is next.
There's nothing more comfy than sitting on a good beard.
He said beard. Stephen, you got a story about Drag Race for us.
Yes, I do. A new milestone in equality was reached in Thailand today after the casting of a cisgender woman in the latest season of Drag Race Thailand. Felicia Hills is currently competing in the second season in the sister series to the US-produced RuPaul's Drag Race. Now, I do know that there's this news item, it's saying a cisgender woman, but in the drag race, in the drag world, which you would know, Dan, if you actually bothered to watch Drag Race, and this is the biggest story here, is that one of my
This
best...
is the biggest issue between us.
One of my best...
His favourite show.
No. Let me
I
speak.
can't stand.
Let me have my moment. And you'd know...
Microphone's off, everyone.
No, the thing is, Dan is one of my best friends, and I cannot talk to him about Drag Race.
No.
And I cannot believe that I can be friends with someone that doesn't watch Drag Race.
And we have like this group Facebook message thing, and you'll post something. I've got no idea. Can we talk about something? I'm like... Same the other way around with Shorten Street.
So what I was going to say is that in this news item, it's about a cisgender woman, but it's actually a bio queen. a woman who does drag in the drag world was referred to as a bio queen because she's biologically a woman, but she's performing the art of drag.
Sounds like a brand of yogurt.
Yeah, I was like, microbiome? I don't...
Or
So
even a
says
woman's shaving product.
Sarah, if you did drag, you would be a bio queen.
Oh my gosh, dreams come true.
Unless you were a drag king, which means that you would be performing as a man. But there is quite a trend happening of biological women, cisgender women performing drag, and I personally think it's fantastic as long as they're good at it. You know, don't be crappy at it.
If they're crap at being a woman and they are a woman, then...
Well, no, yeah, but drag is not... It's not just about being a woman. You know, it's a performative art that's been around for hundreds or, if not thousands of years, and I don't have a problem with it as long as they're as good as
about a good
the men.
performance, isn't it?
Yes, and a good look, you know.
Yeah. I like them having character, though, like you're playing a character.
Yes.
Dan, why
don't you start watching Drag Race? Can we text? Where's the text? Can we text in the vote?
Oh, there's an 0800 number. But I don't know. I just find it. No, I can't say that. It's like it just whacks you in the face with campness and.
But it's about you get to know the characters, and you get. Yeah, it's a cult. Like millions of people are watching. Sasha Velour is performing next week. Town Hall sold out. Now, do you think that those
huge venue?
Yeah, it's sold out. Do you think that if there's nothing to it and it's just a bit of campness?
No.
We'd all be paying hundreds of dollars.
I'm not saying it's bad or crap. I'm just saying it irritates me when I watch it.
You don't watch it, so how can you make a judgment?
I've watched a couple of episodes.
You've got to get to know the characters. Do you boys agree? Do you watch?
I haven't seen.
I 100%
I've seen
deep
an
friend.
episode. I've seen
Wow.
The one
I don't
episode.
think I've seen it.
I got into trouble because one of them, a friend of mine in New York was like, "Oh, my mate's here. Can you show her around Auckland?" And I did, and I didn't realise that she was from the show. And then she tagged me in a post on Instagram. I was like, "Oh shit, she's got 1 million followers."
Who is she?
Shangela.
Fuck.
Oh.
She's a big star.
Recoil.
She's a big star.
Shangela was robbed.
Shangela was robbed.
Some more names, guys.
She's a big deal. She would be one of the top 10.
Did she say she liked your chest like Prince Charles did? Was that what he said?
No.
Wait.
Prince Charles did say he liked my chest.
Yeah.
When?
No big deal, guys.
He's only human.
When I was 18.
Pity it wasn't.
That must have been creepy, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
right.
17, actually, I think. I was looking for.
If it was Harry, I would have been impressed.
Oh, right.
Harry Styles.
Oh, I mean, I think
no.
Charles is the most underrated of all the princes.
Really? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Again, let's get back to singledom.
Yeah. Hey, I've got one story that just really made me laugh today. It's about the US government shutdown. Ha, not that funny. But a 23-year-old man is claiming his identity was stolen by a sugar daddy he was talking to on Grindr, and authorities are unable to help because the government is closed. He said he met someone going by the name of James who offered him $1,000 a month allowance. He doesn't say what he was doing in return for that. After payment of nearly $3,000, he was sure it was no scam and he was onto a winner. He told local media, "When that money processed, I felt, okay, good, this is legit. I have a real legitimate sugar daddy." The tables were turned, though, when the daddy asked for his security details and credit card details. Oh. He then reversed all of the payments, and now the 23-year-old is left with a few $1,000s worth of debt.
Oh, my God.
Oh. Is he a victim, or is he just...
Or is he just stupid?
Yeah, thank you.
Let's call it for what it is. No, I mean, it might have been very convincing, you know.
Well, it sounds like he was, but this guy was targeting a sugar daddy. So, you know, like... Get a job.
Yeah, like people's
Not in
lives are so
government, though.
exciting.
Well, when you live in Arizona, I guess there's not much to do. I don't know. But James, or Jamie as the guy was known, he's not been found. His profiles have disappeared.
Oh my God.
So,
a professional.
Yeah.
It's an internet scam. I mean, it happens every day.
He was probably just in a call centre somewhere selling insurance or something. Moving on to the subject of the day, the interview of the day, Homos or Everyone in America is a play that is coming to the Q Loft Theatre at the end of the month. It starts apparently with the first date in a New York bar where two men begin a fearless, funny and fragmented journey leading up to an historic moment of change. That's a big pitch. Harry McNaughton and Jack Buchanan, what can you tell us about this historic moment and starting with the date?
Well, I mean, I think that says pretty much all of it.
Yeah, well,
Thanks for coming. Good, yeah.
Really
Tickets
well.
are available.
Now do the kiss.
No, it's a really amazing script. It's like they call it a dramedy, which is a word I hate, but it is like it's really got some of the best dramatic writing that is just also absolutely hilarious. And so, like we were saying today, it's just absolutely true, isn't it? You sort of see these characters. Well, you don't see them from start to finish because the way the play's put together as well, it does follow this relationship sort of over its whole course, but it's all chopped and changed sort of out of order. So the audience is sort of chasing to piece it together as well. Yeah.
Yes, there's a central relationship in the play that's Jack with the other performer, Arlo, who are both amazing, and then I come along and fuck everything up.
He does.
Basically.
Yeah.
Not
With
typecast.
that magical chest. They never saw it coming.
Yeah.
Can you say what the historic moment is? Like, what's the big...
Well, it's sort of set. The first scenes of the play take place in 2006. In New York, and the last scenes sort of finishes around 2011. So it goes sort of right over the time that marriage equality movement in New York was a huge thing, and the sort of the nearly moment, not quite, and
it's important.
Which was a long way of saying no. He's good, eh?
The characters you play, what do you identify with in terms of their personalities? Is there anything you like or dislike specifically about them?
They talk so fluently, which is so great.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Do you do an
Like
accent?
it's rehearsed.
Yeah, it's an American accent.
Can't, I don't think. Some plays you have options about accents, but this is written, it's so lyrically written, like all of the lines are fragmented up and, we top and tail each other most of the play, so to speak.
And it's also like...
We thought it was just kissing.
And it's also like it is inextricable from its time and place. Like it is New York in this time, but through sort of being that specific, it's bigger than that as well.
Yeah.
You can't come in, hello, nice to meet you.
Yeah. No. Yeah, there's a very particular New York way of being, isn't there?
So, do you do accents? I don't think
Yes.
we can. Oh, wow. Can we hear that?
Don't make them...
We're not going to do like broad New York, eh? I think
No,
it'll just be...
no.
Why not make them?
If you're good at something, never do it for free.
Ah.
Oh.
Oh no.
I have to talk to my husband.
And Shane Bosher is directing. Is that right? Yes. Well, that's
amazing.
enough reason to go on its own. I'll go to anything Shane
guys,
does.
I just turned up for... It was my first day rehearsing today, so I'm quietly shitting myself because we're on in a week and a half, but that's fine. But these guys have colour-coded the entire play because it's very fragmented, so you skip through time backwards and forwards the whole time, and there's nothing to tell the audience what time it is. Yeah, which is really cool because it means that you're playing you're playing catch up, but you're in the hands of a deft enough writer that the playing catch up means that you realise what the time is just as kind of a plot event happens. Right. So you get kind of a beautiful double surprise. Yeah. But these guys have colour coded everything and got one colour coded chart for how it happens in the play sequentially, and then another chart for how it happens chronologically.
Yeah, it's great because it took a lot of time and it feels like it's real work. You know?
Is there someone that really likes spreadsheets or something like that?
I was really happy with that day of colour coding. So we've got the post-it notes, which are all colour coded, and then some of them also have the little post-it flags of them in different colours.
Nothing like finishing a good hour of post-it and being
incredibly satisfying.
Knackered.
Yeah. Time for a gin and tonic. I'm done.
Can you tell us where, when, and how we see this?
So, first preview is the 30th of January. January, the month we're currently in.
Yes.
And there is no February 30th.
At the Loft at Q Theatre.
Cool.
And it's on, every night of the week? No, not Mondays.
Yeah, not Mondays.
Not Mondays, 7:30 and 5 p.m. on Sundays.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And tickets obviously are just through the Q Theatre.
Yeah. At the box office.
How long is it running for?
Till the 16th.
16. So like 2 weeks-ish.
Yeah.
We'll have to get our tickets, Stephen.
Great Valentine's Day date, guys.
It would be such a good Valentine's Day.
Speaking of Valentine's,
Is it an okay story for Valentine's?
I think it is.
I think it is.
Okay. It's not like
I think it is.
it's not too, it's not
no
fad or anything.
one gets murdered or anything like that.
It's definitely sad.
It's definitely sad.
But it is also...
It'll make you feel better
funny.
about your relationship.
or lack thereof.
Yes.
Unless you're independent like I am.
Oh, yeah.
Might make you feel better about that relationship.
I already feel better.
Yeah, good.
Sitting on that bed. We are moving on to the topic of the week, though, which is being single. And before we bring Cez into this, is there any embarrassing or awkward breakups that you two have had? A funny story or a really tragic one? Cez has got one coming up.
Oh, this isn't the most. Mine isn't the most tragic, but also, I mean, sometimes the most tragic is not. It's just a bit sad, isn't it?
I mean, I once sat for 40 minutes in McDonald's and watched a couple break up. That was quite exciting.
But you're an actor, so you were doing research.
I was. It was all tax deductible.
And was he cute? Were you waiting to pick up the pieces?
No.
Well, coming back into the newsroom after the Christmas break, it became quite apparent that it wasn't quite the season to be jolly. It was more the season of mass breakups. Walking through here was practically like tripping over newly single people.
It was quite. You sort of had to walk on eggshells a little bit.
It was quite bad. So that's Sarah Templeton, as we said before, the New Sub Lifestyle editor. Why is this time of year the time to break up?
I think there's quite a few in my role as relationship expert. I think there's quite a few reasons why this time of year is the sort of the end of a lot of things. I think summer has a big part of it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's hot, people are partying, people are kind of seeing what's out there, what's around, people are going out more, and there's kind of
people are showing more flesh.
Yeah, exactly. You're at festivals, you kind of like what you see. I think in the winter there's this idea that you just want to go home and cozy out with your significant other and go for a red wine by the fire. But in the summer you kind of just want to have fun and cut free. Again, Kyle, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry.
She will be home tonight, I promise.
So yeah, I think there's that kind of element in it that people maybe get a little bit bored of what they might have compared to maybe in the winter when there's not so much going on. And I think also, I mean, let's be honest, Christmas is a very stressful time of year.
Yes, and you spend so much time together.
Oh my gosh, it's like, suddenly it's like all day together. What are we going to do? Do we go Christmas shopping? What are we buying for your mum? It can be very stressful. You've got to have Christmas with their family and their dad is so racist. And you're like, do I want to be with this for the rest of my life?
Is this a particular... Is your partner's dad racist? Or?
Oh yeah, he's Australian.
We'll send him a link to this podcast. Yeah.
My takeaway from that whole speech was, among some other very salient points, who sat down and came up with the phrase "significant other"?
That's true.
Who went? This is a phrase that needs to exist in the world.
It was probably when having a gay partner or a life partner or whatever was like you didn't quite say it, so significant other.
I think it's a straight thing.
What a wanky fucking
it is quite wanky, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think it's a gay. I don't think the gays came up with that.
Right?
The gays would have come up with
I
it.
don't think the gays came up with it. I think straight people came up with it to refer to a gay couple.
Oh.
No.
Do you think?
Yeah.
No, they say that's his roommate.
Yeah.
I think
straight people have used that term for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where you're trying to say. So if I was to refer to my boyfriend as my significant other, which I wouldn't, but if I was, you would say you want to be. Oh, it's more than a boyfriend, but maybe less than a partner. I don't know.
Right.
It's like sometimes.
What's the scale of that?
Sometimes a partner feels quite. Like if I was to introduce someone as my partner, it feels quite long term.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well,
can I just say, the interesting thing is when you take your boyfriend, your same-sex partner, to your family Christmas, and then the old aunties and things go, "Oh, is this your new mate?"
Yes,
or your special
new
friend.
That's why.
About your friend.
Yeah.
That's why you just refer to them as your slam piece, just straight off the bat.
No, that's my hookup.
This is my slam piece, Kyle. My grandmother.
I was just unlucky enough to be present at my friend meeting his partner's family for the first time. They've been together 3.5 years, and his partner's parents are very conservative.
3.5 years?
Yeah. And I happened to be there when he met the parents for the first time.
And it was awkward?
And how did it go?
It was okay. It was fine for me because, I wasn't on trial, so I could just do what I wanted.
You were
had
back
your
at
popcorn.
McDonald's.
I was just drinking Pinot Gris and having a nice time.
How is Colin Craig doing?
But did the family know about the partner before they met? They must have.
Yes, they've known about him for 3 years. Probably.
But not
they
met.
just recently went, "We're ready to meet him now."
Oh, ready?
Oh,
well, I'd turn around and said,
It's on
I'd be
their
like,
terms.
no.
I don't like.
Not feeling it.
No.
A mate of mine just was on his way up to like very new relationship, maybe like 6 weeks or something. This was just before Christmas. The new boyfriend was like, "Oh, come up to see the folks, whatever." And just before he left, the boyfriend was like, "Oh, by the way, I only just came out to my parents yesterday." And no, wait, I did come out to them when I was 19, and they sent me to conversion therapy.
Oh my god!
And that's what he went up north to.
Hey, this is this guy I met at gay conversion.
Really well, and all the family were in tears and hugging him. And then he was in all the family photos, and then he was like, "This went really quickly. We've been going up 6 weeks."
Much.
Holy!
Yeah. Isn't that awesome?
As it says, advice that was sent my way very quickly was get back on the horse.
Yes.
Thoughts?
Get back on the beard.
What a size queen.
I think it depends. I think it depends on what you mean by get back on the horse. I think
Not actually going on a horse.
well, horse riding, great day option. I think
Also illegal.
I think.
sorry.
Just don't wallow
No, I think getting out there and having some fun
or swallow.
is the best. Is the best way. I just throw back to when podcast editor Maggie said, "Get back under the horse." Do you remember that she makes a metaphor? We were like, "Whoa,
We're all looking
Maggie!"
at you now, Maggie. We're all looking at you now.
Like, whoa! I think go out and have some fun is the best way to do it. Like
With no horses.
With no horses. You've been in a relationship, which is, it's great. It is lovely, but there are certain benefits to not being in a relationship that you can go out and enjoy now. I think as we're in this newsroom, there are a couple of serial monogamous, and they go straight. I know, crazy, and they go straight out of one relationship into looking for another, and using Bumble and Tinder and the rest of it. They're like, "Oh, I don't know what the long term sort of prospect is," and da-da-da. I'm like, go out and have some sex, like. Just have some fun.
That's not how you worded it when I overheard that conversation today. But
it's PG-13.
I like being single. I mean, come on, get over it. Independent. Who wants to be?
Oh, of course. Like,
and I think you have to really be quite in love with yourself before you can be happy being in love with someone else.
I don't think we've got any issues here.
I think often people they become Jack and Jill or Jack and Jack or whatever the case may be. Their identity is quite sort of tied to being in that relationship.
Yes, it's when they get a joint email address.
Yes. Or an Instagram.
janandsteve@gmail.com.
And I think going out and being just the Jack or the Jill for a while is a great way to kind of get over it. Just Jack.
There is a prejudice against it though, isn't it? Against singledom. I feel, latent or otherwise.
Yeah, I think.
I have a cousin that whenever I see him, he keeps asking me, or he kept asking me, "So have you met anyone yet?" And I just had to turn around and say, "Can you actually not ask me that anymore? I will tell you if I meet someone. I'm quite happy the way I am, and not everyone has to be in a relationship like you."
So is he a bit of a serial monogamous thing?
Or he's married.
Okay, well, it's very long term.
I am. Oh, sorry.
No.
This Christmas just gone was the first time I'd brought my boyfriend Kyle back for Christmas, and there was this kind of weird, like, sort of vibe of like relief amongst my extended family
because they liked him.
Oh, she'll be fine.
Yeah,
but yes, like they were like, "Oh my god, how is she coping up there in the big smoke from Christchurch, big smoke without sort of a bow
without
on
a
her
good
side.
man,
to take care of her,
good Southern man."
And it kind of it pisses me off because I'm like I'm still got the same like pretty good job and really good life and really good friends. I just happen to now have someone with me when I do that, and it's
Can I also make one other comment just to follow on from that? Is if when someone breaks up, like your friend or your family member, don't be all pity. Like, don't shower them with pity. Like, "Oh, that's so sad. Oh,
yes.
you and don't say, "Oh, you guys are such a great couple. Oh, he was such a nice guy." It's
Definitely
like
don't say that.
I kicked his ass to the curb because I didn't want to be with him. So don't tell me that I need to be with him, Mum.
or go the other way and be like, "Oh, what a douche," blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Just give them space for whatever. You don't know the ins and outs of people's relationships, and just let it be.
Actually, this reminds me of an awkward breakup story. I've got one of my own. It didn't happen to me, but a friend of mine, they were actually engaged to this guy, and she called me and she said, "Oh, we're breaking up." And to make her feel better, I was like, "He's such a fucking dick. He's been doing this. No one likes him.
Yeah.
All this kind of stuff." And then the next day, they're back together and she tells him everything.
Everything that you said? Yeah. Oh, that's bad.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, I heard a great one last night. Actually, no, it's not a breakup story.
Oh.
But it
That
almost
was the
is.
one criteria.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going through this great story.
Shut up, Jack.
No,
You've got to tell it now.
The mates of this guy that I was having dinner with, he is a personal trainer, and this guy was training him, like real rich guy, with like wife and kids and stuff. But the training was getting quite intense, and the guy was like, "Oh, I see where this is going."
Yeah.
And then I think it was like just before his wedding or something to the woman, and on the wedding night, he was like, he like asked the personal trainer to come up to his room, or whatever, and was like, I want to have sex with you to prove to myself that I'm not gay. Like, I'm not gay,
Right.
but I just want to have sex with you to prove
hey,
it.
no homo, but
And
just
then
really...
the guys, of course, it's like, oh, yeah, I really want the sex to be so crap that you don't think you're gay, so yeah, go for it. I think it's gonna
Don't choose a personal trainer, number one rule, if you want to have bad sex.
Really? I feel like some of them are real bad.
No, I'm saying, no, what I'm
They're
saying
just
is...
like looking at themselves in the mirror.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
No, I'm
They feel like
saying...
they don't have to try.
Okay.
Press-ups.
Or they're just too tired because they've been doing like 3-hour gym sessions, like starfish on the bed.
And then they're going to
No
tell
one
you
wants
about
that.
it for 5 hours.
What was the trainer's response?
Oh, I mean, they had sex.
Yeah, no. Oh, yeah, good.
And the wedding was beautiful.
And then went to the wedding the next day.
And honestly, he was so
Imagine
straight.
sitting
man.
there watching... Yeah, it's not right.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Married at First Sight, Season 3. We need it. Do you know the next podcast will be on the eve of Auckland Pride? And by then, we hope that we'll actually have a schedule of events to tell you what's coming up. But the next episode will be live on the 1st of February. And on that podcast, we'll be joined by Bruce Brown, who's going to talk to us about Legacy Project, a series of short plays telling stories from the rainbow community in New Zealand. Plus, we find out what it's like to be gay in Singapore, despite homosexuality being illegal there. It's apparently got quite a decent gay scene, which I plan to check out next week. If you've got any comments, you can email us, theoutlook@mediaworks.co.nz. You can even call us and leave a message, feedback, good or bad, or any questions you would like answered, 0800 002898. And of course, newshub.co.nz/podcasts is where you go to subscribe. Keep in touch with us, and we'll talk to you again soon.
I never got to tell my breakup story.
Oh, tell it now.
No, too late.
No.
Too late. Have a great week, everyone.
What is it?
Oh, you've already signed off. We've got to go. We've got to go. We're out of time.
It's called editing.
No, we're out of time.
Guys, we're back. Breaking news.
Maggie is dying.
We all want to hear it.
No, the moment's gone. Thank you very much for listening, everyone, and email us and text us.
Our inbox needs filling. Get in touch if you have a story you'd like to tell or a topic that you want us to cover. All emails are kept confidential.